Welcome back. Hypersleep Rest Recovery 2026 with me, Sky, and our cosmic relaxation family. Hope you had a good day. Hope you've had a good week. And hope you found some goodness within, even if the external circumstances aren't maybe something that you label as good. We're going to dive into the koshas for the next 5 days and systematically awaken the different levels of being with visualization and meditation. We'll just be using a long, deep breath and guiding our consciousness through the different layers of being. Today, we're going to focus on the Annamaya Kosha. Anna in Sanskrit means food, and Maya means form. So it's the food body. Maya is the body, the structure. So the food body, the food sheath, the physical sheath, all that is tangible that we have so discovered with our two eyes, are part of the food sheath, but the physicality of the being, from the skin, all the different systems, the organs, the tissues, the sinew, right? And all the way down to the bones. So what it is that we tangibly can see, can feel. A lot of us have a different relationship, special relationship, I would say, unique relationship. We all treat our bodies in different ways. Different things make us feel good, make us feel not so good, make us feel healthy, make us feel not so healthy. And yeah, there's a lot to do with the body. So we're going to go into a somatic meditation today and take our awareness through the different layers of being and really just awaken the different systems, the different facets of our physical body, so that we can become a little bit more aware, a little bit more attuned with this vessel and this vehicle that we have been given to travel in this life with. We only get one of them. Well, we only get one of them in this life, and this one that you're listening with is the one. So we want to take care of it. You know, and much like the physical body of a vehicle, we think of a vehicle, we think of like a car maybe, or a plane, or a spaceship, I don't know. And if we're not taking care of it, we're not giving it the proper fuel, you know, we're not doing diagnostics on it when systems functions go off, or the like check engine light comes on, right? Then we could put it into a spot where it can either break down completely or it could be very expensive to fix. It's the same thing with the physical body. Yoga teaches us really all of the ways to take care of all of the different bodies, and starting with the physical body, with nutrition, with exercise and play, and rest. And here we are in our journey of conscious relaxation, so that we can kind of bring all of that into relaxed awareness, and we can start taking care of it. So let's get going with our meditation. It's up to you. You can stay in a chair. I would recommend staying in a chair. It helps me. It helps a lot of people stay awake when we drop into a deeper place of meditation. And if you need to lay down, then honor yourself and lay down and just try to stay awake. Try to stay conscious and allow your consciousness to follow the visualization. Stay connected to the breath. Try not to wander away and let the mind get distracted or run away with thoughts. And we'll begin. I'll invite you to close your eyes and just right away sense the eyes. Constantly searching and analyzing the sense of sight that comes in and then we'll just bring a little bit of awareness to the breath. Allow the breath to deepen. And feel how the breath lives in the physical body. The rise and fall of the chest. The expansion and contraction of the belly. And then become aware of the whole body. From the crown, the top of the skull, down through the neck, the shoulders, down through the arms, to the hands and fingers, down the chest and the upper back, diaphragm, navel area, mid-back, the low belly, the sacrum, the pelvis, hips, upper legs, the knees, lower legs, the ankles, and the feet, tops of the feet, soles of the feet, and the toes. And just bring into view in your mind's eye and sense the entire physical body. And keep breathing, always breathing. Smooth, long breaths. And then allow your awareness to, in your mind's eye, to focus on the skin. Just the skin, holding the skin in your awareness. The skin wrapping around this barrier of the physical body. Helps to keep what is meant to be on the inside, and what's on the outside. You're sensing the skin. And see if you can tune in, turn on the awareness, turn up the sensitivity of your skin. Notice how it fits around the body. And become aware of the pores of the skin, the hairs, growing from the skin like little antennas, the pores like little eyes. You can feel the layers of clothing draping on the skin. You can feel the air moving over the skin that is uncovered. And just holding the skin, the organ of the skin, in your awareness for a moment longer. Our body constituted of the elements: earth, water, or liquid, fire, the heat, the air, and then the space. And then from the skin, we'll go a little bit deeper and tune into the muscles. So bring in your mind's eye, the muscular structure of the body. You may start down at the toes and seeing all the little muscles that go into the feet, into the soles of the feet. And then from the ankles up through the lower legs, starting to feel the different muscles expand, the larger muscles. The muscles in the front of the lower legs, the shins, and the calf muscles. And then the quads, the thighs, the hamstrings, the glutes, the groins, see if you can sense the muscles in the pelvic floor. And then starting the abdominal muscles and the piriformis muscles, the front of the hips. And going into the layers of the abdominal muscles. And sensing the muscles in the side waist up to the ribs, the muscles of the ribs, serratus anterior muscles. muscles in the back, connecting the hips and the ribs to the spine, the pelvis to the spine. And the larger back muscles. We won't get too scientific today. Then feeling the muscles in the upper chest, the pecs. The muscles in the shoulder, the shoulders. The muscles in the arms, the hands. The muscular structure responsible for the movement, receiving the electrical signals from the nervous system, but moving the skeleton. We'll get there. Keep the muscles in your mind's eye, moving up through the upper back and the neck, the throat. Lots of little muscles up there. Muscles in the jaw. Muscles right at the top where the spinal cord meets the skull. The tongue, cheek muscles, all the different facial muscles. The muscles all the way up across the brow, and it's very thin muscles around the scalp. And just holding the muscular structure, all of the muscles in your mind's eye. And then from there, sense the tendons. So at the very end of the muscles connect to the bones via the tendons. We can start to feel this connection at different points, the larger muscles connecting the larger bones and helping us be functional with our movement. And see if you can sense the very thin layer around the muscles, the sinew. So it's like a skin around the different muscles. It helps to lubricate the muscles, it helps them stay in their proper place. This connective tissue. Moving your awareness to the ligaments. The ligaments is connecting bone to bone. And you might start to feel and sense the bones. And try to stay with this connective tissue just for a little bit longer. So that which holds our body together from the inside out. And then we'll move into the skeleton. So bring the skeleton into your mind's eye and feel the bones of the body. The densest aspect of the physical body. And though it's dense, there still is the nectar inside the marrow. Focus on the bones. You feel the toes and all the little bones in the feet. And the heel, the talus bone, and the ankle, and the tibia and the fibia, and the lower legs, and the patella, the kneecap, the femurs. And sense the heads of the femurs sitting in the sockets of the hips and the pelvis. Just bringing the pelvis into your mind's eye. Feeling the sacrum and the spine. The different vertebrae stacking one on another. And the rib cage. The sternum, the scapulas, the shoulder blades in the back, the collarbones, and then the upper arms, the humerus bones of the upper arms. And sense the elbows too, where the humerus meets the radius and the ulna bones of the lower arms, and then again all the little bones in the hands and the wrists. And then returning to the spine, the cervical spine, the neck, and the jaw and the teeth, and the cheekbones, and the eye sockets, and the skull, and the whole skull. And see if you can sense the occipital bones, the little floating bones in the ears. Vibrating and translating the sound into understanding, audible understanding through our consciousness. And once again, sense the whole structure of the skeleton. From the skull all the way down to the fingers, the toes. And we'll go a little bit deeper. Focus on the deeper organs, that which the rest of what we've brought into our awareness protects. You can sense down in the pelvic bowl the sex organs. Whatever you've been gifted with. And then sense the colon. And the descending colon on the left side of the abdomen. The transverse colon, the large intestine, going across underneath the diaphragm. And then the ascending colon, large intestine coming up the right side. So it's moving clockwise, but we're tracing it backwards. And then you sense the long tunnel of the small intestine, taking up a good majority of the space down in the lower abdomen. You might have something else taking up the space in the lower abdomen if you're pregnant. You can tune into that as well, the womb, the being. And then coming into the stomach, you can sense the stomach, and there's a lot of little organs right there that are kind of like crammed in there for a lot of us, more so for others. Got the gallbladder and the appendix, got the spleen, you got the liver and the kidneys in the back, the low back, soft place of the low back, below the ribs and above the hips. And you can sense the diaphragm, which is a muscle, but it helps to keep the organs in place. And it's connected to the lungs. You can sense the lungs. And all the brachial pathways and the esophagus. And up through, all the way up through the throat. Connecting to the sinuses, this filtration system for the air that we breathe. And then sense the eyes. And the brain. And tuning into all of the organs. And coming back down to the heart. And sense the heart, the pulse of the heart. Maybe thank it, offering it gratitude. Always working, always pumping, pulsing energy. And we'll move into from like the respiratory system, the lungs, into the circulatory system. As we breathe in, the lungs filter the blood and oxygenate it and move that blood towards the heart pumping that blood to the rest of the body. And then simultaneously, this blood is also being pumped back through and back into the lungs, depositing its waste. Just sensing the circulatory system connected to the lungs, the heart, and all of the different arteries, veins, capillaries in the body. Helping to direct this precious liquid that we call blood. Constantly cleansing the blood. And then once again, we'll come up to the brain. The brain is a unique organ. The master controller. And from the brain controls two systems specifically, which control the rest of the entire body. The nervous system, the different facets of the nervous system. One of which is connected straight down to the gut through the vagus nerve to our second brain, which is a part of the enteric and autonomic nervous system, so we don't really have to concentrate to digest food. And the brain going through the central nervous system, the spine. Sending signals out then to the peripheral nervous system, the periphery of the body. And you can sense these junctures of nerves. There's one in the neck, right at the base of the neck, going out across the shoulders. And then there's one pretty close, but below that, behind the heart, in between the shoulder blades, going out to the lungs and to the heart. And then we already talked about the gut brain, the nabi plexus. There's so many branches of nerves in the gut, going to all the different organs and systems so that they can stay functioning without us having to put effort in. and then the sacrum. And then down at the base of the spine also. You can see the nervous system almost like a lightning bolt moving through the body in an instant, sending signals faster than we could ever imagine. And then closely connected to this nervous system is the endocrine system, which is also controlled by the brain and by the feedback from the central nervous system. It sends out like a sonar pulse, the central nervous system, and then what comes back feeds the brain the information that the brain needs to start releasing and secreting different endorphins and hormones through the glandular system. The pituitary and pineal gland in the brain, in the center of the brain, and a little bit backwards and up. We have the thymus in the sternum, center of the chest. And the lymph system caddied in with all of this, helping to cleanse the body as well. Now allowing your awareness to hold the entire scope of the physicality of the body in your mind's eye through all the different systems, from the skin all the way down to the bone marrow, the organs, the nervous system, the respiratory system, circulatory system. And again, invoke some gratitude while you're holding your body in your mind's eye. You're sensing all of the different systems working in tandem together. Gratitude for the opportunity to have a body, to house our consciousness, to grow and experience. And the different senses that come through this amazing physical body. Grateful for the senses, our sensory experience. What a gift it is to have a body. What a gift it is to feel joy. What a gift it is to be able to feel pain. Certainly not all the time, but it is a sensation that tells us how alive we really are. We can feel heat, we feel cold. And we'll allow our awareness to resurface. Taking a few deep breaths. With each breath, remembering to be grateful, remembering that to have a body is one of the highest gifts, one of the most beautiful experiences that we can have. And then if you're ready, you can begin to move the body a little bit. You might experience some of that air element. You might pop, creak if you've been remaining still for a little while, and that's all right. I'll close this out with a long sat, short nam if you want to join me. This is our truthful identity. Our truthful identity is not beyond our physical experience, it's within it. It's definitely multi-layered. There's different layers to the being beyond our physical body. But without the physical body, our experience as it is ceases. And it's really important for us to take care of this body, to continue to come back home to it. Remember that this is where the mind actually lives, generates from. So if you'll join me in closing out the practice, sealing in this awareness and gratitude for our bodies. Long syllable sat, short nam. Deep inhale. Sat nam. Blessings, peace, and love to you and your body. Nourish yourselves. Get some good rest. Have a good breakfast. Feel the sunshine on your skin in the morning if you can. And I'll see you tomorrow, where we will go into the prana, the pranic body. Annamaya Kosha. And we'll do a little breath work tomorrow. Pranayama for the pranamaya. And yeah, love y'all. See you when then becomes now.